Hello everyone and welcome back to Movies with Michael. With No Time to Die only 2 weeks away, I'm going to look back at the 24 films we have in the franchise at present and decide which 5 of them are the top 5 best films of the bunch. Now I know that everyone's top 5, especially with a long-running franchise like Bond, will be very different due to many reasons. With that being said, I would love to hear which 5 films of the franchise you think are the top 5 best in the comments section down below. At number 5, we have On Her Majesty's Secret Service. This is quite an interesting one because this is the only film that has George Lazenby as our main character. I believe this causes people to push it to the side or lose interest in ever watching it, and I was like this. This was, I believe, the last Bond films that I watched when I was watching all of them. However, I was wishing that I had seen it sooner after watching it. I think almost everything about the film works very well. Lazenby is great as Bond, and it's such an unfortunate fact that we never got to see more of him. Blofeld and Stacy are both quite good, and the story and the action are both enjoyable as well. The only real criticism that I have of this film is that I think some of the sequences tend to drag on and feel a lot slower than they should have felt. At number 4, we have Dr. No. If I'm to be honest, I thought the first several Bond films would not sit well with me at all, just because, compared to me, they are very old. Thankfully, after watching the first 10 minutes of this film, I knew I was going to love it. The way the movie flows does seem more like a filmed play rather than a piece of cinema. This attribute does not take away much though, because I was left very impressed by the rest of what the film had to offer. Sean Connery as Bond is so iconic and good, and our villain, Dr. Julius No himself, is much better than he should be for having so little screen time. Also, the movie knows exactly what it's there to do, and never tries to have a larger scale than it does. The first James Bond film is still one of the best. At number 3, we have GoldenEye. This was the first film in the franchise that I watched outside of the Daniel Craig era, and I loved every minute of it. Pierce Brosnan perfectly captures who I would think Bond was if someone described the character to me. Sean Bean as the villain is great, except for the fact that I thought his motivation was not explained very well. I also see GoldenEye as a send-off, of sorts, to the Cold War era of the Bond films, in that the movie starts off in Russia, spends most of its time in Russia, but ends somewhere else. Finally, the GoldenEye song by Tina Turner is one of my favorite Bond songs. All of these attributes are what get this film its place on my top 5. Our runner-up is Casino Royale. So, where to begin? This movie is everything a great modern Bond story should be. It takes the tension and grit of Jason Bourne and combines it with the fun and fast-paced action of Mission Impossible. Daniel Craig, Eva Green, Mads Mikkelsen, and the rest of the cast are all so much fun to watch. I'm still impressed at how well they did the poker game at Casino Royale inside of the film. They were able to do it in such a way that, even if you had no idea how to play the game itself, you could still feel all the tension that was clearly present. This movie was a perfect way to bring James Bond into the modern time, and still is one of the absolute best ones of the bunch. But at number 1, we have Skyfall. You all might have figured this out from my last video, but yes, the third Bond film with Daniel Craig is the best. The film is written in such a way where it plays out what a normal Bond film would be in the first 2 acts and delivers an incredible third. In this way, the movie is about 2 agents, Bond and Silva, responding in opposite ways to the failures of their boss. Javier Bardem is so creepy as Silva, and Judi Dench is on her A game as M. Also, the opening song by Adele might just be my favorite Bond song. I know this film is hardly ever seen on top, but placements like this make talking about movies a lot more interesting. So, we have made it to the end of another video. I will not be doing a quick thoughts on Venom Let There Be Carnage when it comes out, just to let you guys know. My next video will probably be another James Bond related one, maybe a top 5 worst, or another in-depth dive on another film of the franchise. But if you like the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content about movies. That's all for now, folks. I'll see you all next time.